僕なんだ今だけ泣いていいよずっとここにいるからただ僕はここにいるからうつむいていた顔を上げて君が笑う時までうつむき笑うその方を使う涙ひとつ
Okay, and we are live. We are live, guys. Hello, everyone. I'm the Incompetent Duelist, and today I'm joined with
Strong King of Games.
King of Games. Okay, in your dreams, in your dreams. But today we're just going to be talking about our tips on how to become a successful duelist. Because we see many duelists who want to try and come into this game, and we see him doing the wrong things all the time. So just don't be like Christian here, basically.
I'm sorry. Who's King of Games? I am.
I'm the King of Games, dude. I'm the King of Games. I've beaten you so many times. But
On a
that's
different device.
on a different device. But that's not the discussion for today. So yeah, we're just gonna give you our tips on how to become a successful duelist.
Well, if you're a new duelist, you're lucky. You got me, Chris Strong, to help you out.
So Christian
King
has been
Games.
playing for 2 years now. I taught him actually how to play. But
And now I've become better than him.
he's not better, guys. He's not better. Okay, he's not
A
better.
thousand times
He is
better
not
than
that
he is.
better.
He is a
not
shell
that-
of the duelist
He's
that
not
he
that
once was.
better. He's not that better. But yeah, these are tips. So let's just get started, huh? Let's just get started. So tip number 1. I want you guys to really pay attention to these tips, okay? So tip number 1 is just do your research. Do your research into the game.
This, I think, might apply to all the players, maybe.
So this applies to
I don't know.
applies to returning players, old players, new players who want to try something new. People who just watch the anime and want to try and get into the game. Even Dueling players.
Just buy
Okay,
your favorite structure deck.
and that is the first mistake people make. So when I say do your research, I mean, really try and look at yourself and see
I did that.
what kind of duelist do you want to become. So do you want to be a casual duelist or do you want to be a competitive duelist? If that makes sense to you guys. So if you're looking to be casual, maybe this doesn't apply
I'm
to
an
you
anime
as hard.
duelist by heart.
this doesn't apply to you as hard, but you know, if you want to be casual, just really just go out of your way and just do what you want. Okay, just do what you want. Nobody's stopping you to not have fun. But if you're competitive, you really have to research into the decks you want to try and buy. Okay? Now, when YouTubers say budget deck, quote unquote budget deck, their budget doesn't necessarily mean your budget, if that makes sense to you guys. So, you really assess how much money you're willing to invest into the game, and trust me, it's going to go a long way. Don't just enter locals, and don't just buy any random pack you see, any structured deck you see, and just, just mash them all together, and then as soon as you do that and you duel a couple people, you realize that you're losing. And you ask yourself, wow, I spent this amount of money, I spent this amount of cash into the decks, but you really see yourself not advancing. So do your research, guys. That is tip number 1. Okay?
If you're missing 3 important cards in your deck, just run Beaver Warrior. Trust me, it helped me.
Don't run Beaver Warrior, guys. Just don't do it. It's just the meme we have, guys. Beaver Warrior, no Beaver Warriors in decks. No well, you can say that to casuals, but definitely not competitive. Definitely not competitive, guys.
I run Skull Servant.
Skull Servant? It still depends, dude. No,
They're great in large numbers. I suggest running 6.
No, guys. Don't listen to Chris from here, okay? Listen to me, the real king of games. Okay, let's go on to the next tip.
The real king of games, more like a third-rate duelist.
So, tip number 2. I would strongly recommend those who are new to the game to try out an app called YuGiOh Dueling. Now, essentially what it is, it's a simplified version.
Best game ever.
It is a really good YuGiOh game. It's a really good app, and it's a really good way for new duelists to, try and advance their skills and try and learn the very, very basics of YuGiOh. So we're talking about basic mechanics. Okay, like synchro summoning, fusion summoning, ritual summoning, all the really basic mechanics. But the limiting thing about Dueling, it's only a free main monster zone field and a free main spell and trap card field. We're not talking about no extra monster zones, no other mechanics like Xyz or pendulums,
main phase 2.
no links, no main phase 2. Okay, but it's just a really good way to try and wrap your head around the game. Okay, and it saves money too, because you don't have to go out of your way to just, again, randomly just pick a deck and randomly just pick booster packs, just keep buying booster packs, and then you suddenly realize that, oh my gosh, this game is so complicated, right? And again, that's one of the very major mistakes that duelists tend to make. So I really strongly recommend that you guys get YuGiOh Dueling. Okay, it's a really, really good game.
That Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon was worth it.
No, dude. Blue Eyes sucks. Blue Eyes sucks so much.
I've had a lot of feelings.
Blue Eyes sucks so much. I'm sorry to all the Blue Eyes players, but I'm sorry, but Blue Eyes is just trash, dude. Dark Magician, that's where it's at. So the next tip is...
Now you just started a war.
I just triggered all the Blue Eyes fans. So the next tip is consistency, guys. Now, when you want to build a deck, you need to look at what you want to base your deck around. For new duelists, I recommend picking an archetype, especially competitive duelists. Pick an archetype that you want to build your deck around of. So it can be, again, like Blue Eyes, for example. If you want to build a competitive Blue Eyes deck, really research into cards that you want to add into that deck.
You can also pick Beaver Warrior.
No Beaver Warrior decks for competitive guys. Please no. You will look like a joke in locals. Please no. But yeah. So really pick an archetype. It can be Glad Beasts, it can be Shadows, and if you so manage to see a structure deck that fits that archetype, I would recommend you buying that structure deck, because if it contains the base cards, for example, if you're building a Blue Eyes structure deck and you see a structure deck that has Blue Eyes in it and other Blue Eyes cards that can be used to build your main competitive deck, 100% try your best to buy that deck. Trust me, it's gonna go a long way, guys. It's gonna go a long way.
Just remember, because you bought a structure deck doesn't mean you're good at the game or you have all the cards.
Now the next tip we're gonna say is about money. So back to the other piece of advice I gave you guys. Budget decks do not necessarily mean when YouTubers say budget decks, it does not necessarily mean, you know, that's your budget. Really, again, just look at yourself. Look at how much you want to invest. You know, if it's just for like free structure decks, if you like maybe £50, guys, and that's your budget, then yeah, try your best to fit that budget. Don't always try and look for, you know, what this YouTuber is saying or what this other YouTuber is saying. I'm not saying you can't do that, guys, but just don't, you know, try and be sensible with the amount of money you want to try and invest in this game. So you don't always have to. Yeah.
Trying to buy 10,000 dragons.
No. But you're recommending me, duelists, to try and buy a £1,500 card? No thanks, dude.
It's gonna be worth it in the long run.
Now, YuGiOh, remember, YuGiOh is literally a pay-to-win game, guys. Especially for the competitive scene. It's literally pay-to-win. Yes, unfortunately, yes. So,
it's EA but legal.
EA but legal. And the thing is that you know, you don't necessarily have to buy all the cards at once. You can just gradually build yourself up, you know, assess your budget each time, gradually build yourself up, and then eventually, once you've done the sensible, you know, requirements to build that deck, then you've already made it, dude. You've already made it, and you've already become better, not necessarily in skill, but in terms of organization with, you know, than other duelists, which is great. So another tip I'm going to recommend you guys is equipment. So I remember when I was around 10 years old and I didn't know what binders were, I didn't know what sleeves were, and I was playing YuGiOh bareback cards on grass, on tables, dirty tables, guys, and I don't want you to, you know, ruin the cards you worked so hard to, you know, acquire. So guys, really start investing in... No, there's everything wrong with that scratching card, Strong.
It's just a scratch, come on.
A scratch can turn into a rip, and a rip will turn into a broken card, guys. And
the scratch can just reveal so many memories in that kind of scratch.
And it's gonna ruin my bank account. But yeah, guys, you know, invest into a sleeves, invest into a gaming mat, invest into binders. So if you're noticing that you're keeping too many cards, really invest into those kind of materials.
So what basically the Incompetent Duelist is saying is go broke.
Don't go broke. Okay, don't go broke. And if you want to go broke with style. I'm joking. Don't actually do that.
Gotta go broke.
Now I know this sounds weird, but this next tip, I know it sounds weird, but try to practice with yourself. I know that may sound weird, and you may seem that this is what learners do, but trust me, it's gonna go a great way. It's gonna go a great way, and I used to do this.
I'll leave you to explain this.
I used to do this, okay? But trust me, you just shuffling your deck, drawing your cards, and seeing what potential combos you may play. Just imagine an opponent beside you. Even if it's not an imagination, if you have a friend that plays YuGiOh, 100% go ask them to try your new deck, guys. 100% go ask them, say, hey, I really need help in this deck, but hey, I'm starting to build a new deck and I don't know the combos. Just practice with them, guys. It's gonna improve your dueling skills. It's gonna improve your confidence when you want to go to locals. And trust me, when you keep doing this and when you keep dueling with your friends, it's gonna go a long way, and you're gonna find yourself becoming a more advanced duelist than most of your competitors. So it does have strengths and weaknesses. For example, when you're playing with yourself, you're not physically seeing, you know, your opponent's deck because it doesn't exist. But you know, it's just a great way of just going for your deck, testing out strategies, and you know, it's really helpful, guys. So please do try and, you know, implement that into your everyday duels it's gonna go a long way, guys. So the next tip is don't waste cards, guys. Don't waste cards. I am begging you, don't waste cards.
I have to agree.
Now it's going.
If you have MST, play it.
If you cannot find, for example, like just like Christian said over here, if you want to try and get, Cosmic Cyclone, and you can't see Cosmic Cyclone everywhere, you've looked around in your local stores, you've looked around on the internet, and let's just say surprisingly you can't find a Cosmic Cyclone, or it's too expensive for you to get Cosmic Cyclone, but you have free MSTs, please run that for the time being, okay? Until you can acquire the money to buy that Cosmic Cyclone. So
Also, MST negates.
MST does not negate, guys. Please don't say that in locals. Please don't say that in locals, guys. So really try and manage your money and just don't waste any cards. And if you're looking for, let's say for example, you've built your deck and you have spare cards, either A, keep them in the binder, or B, just trade it with friends, dude. Just go to your locals. Hey, you see another YuGiOh player willing to trade? Hey, just go up to them saying, hey, I have cards that you may like, or I have cards you may not like.
I trade a 10,000 dragon.
Never trade, guys.
Don't
trade 10,000 dragon, guys. Sell that. Well, keep it as pristine as possible and then sell it. Just don't actually trade that card. I'm begging you guys. And yeah, just don't waste cards. And because every card, may you like it or not, may not necessarily be useful in dueling, but trust me, it can be useful money-wise, because you can sell cards, gain money, and reinvest that money into building your deck or getting, the materials to protect your cards. So yeah, and I know it may seem really cringy, guys. I know it may seem really, really cringy, but the last tip is to have fun, guys. Please, if you're not having fun with YuGiOh in general, please, and you just feel
YuGiOh players having fun.
I play competitively. Christian's more casual, but if you're not having fun and you're losing motivation, it's fine to leave
just give up, play Magic the Gathering.
Don't go to Magic the Gathering. It's fine. Leave the game. Maybe if you get back into the mood, you can always come back into it. But always follow the tips if you want to try and come back to it. Don't. Well, if you want to go Hearthstone, guys. I'm not discouraging you from doing what you want. And if you just feel like, I've lost my motivation, just chill, dude. You don't have to play YuGiOh. I'm not forcing you to play YuGiOh. But we think it's a really good card game. We think it's the best card game. And that's why we want to promote it to you guys. And that's why we want to really engage with the community. And that's what this live streams, that's what my YouTube channel, and that's what our Discord server is all about, guys. Just engaging with the community, meeting new players, learning new skills, developing our previous skills to just become better duelists, and just generally have fun, guys. So remember, YuGiOh is all about fun, guys. YuGiOh, and that's just the baseline. It's all about fun. So
I lost
please,
that term a long time ago.
please, just have fun, guys. Enjoy YuGiOh. If you don't enjoy YuGiOh, you may pause YuGiOh, but just don't play at all, guys. So these are tips from us. I'm the Incompetent Duelist. I'm gonna say a big thanks to people who helped promote our YouTube channel, people who helped promote our Twitch. Huge thanks to the people who I said that your socials, that I'll shout at your socials. I'll link your socials in the YouTube description. Guys, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube at The Incompetent Duelist. Make sure to follow our Twitch, The Incompetent Duelist, and make sure to check
that like button.
Yes, please, guys, smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and turn on notifications